Just waiting for it to start. Enjoying some of my coffee. Mm. Alright. So, we're gonna go for a new game, Sunless Skies. I always do Legacy, because Legacy's just good. Aim assistance. And I'll do the, if it lets me. Normally I don't, but I'll do the tutorial too, because it is important for to at least the early part of the story. Log of Her Majesty's Locomotive of the Orphan, March 14th, 1905. Our expedition of the domains of the dead have been eventful. The Orphan is damaged and its grievous needs of repairs and supplies. We return in haste to the reach where I hope to make the port of New Winchester. May God be with us, for 1,000 deaths await us for the sky. Final entry of Captain Amelia Cherry Whitlock, DCM, written shortly before her death. I knew I'd have to quick read that. It's such a good story. I love skies. I might do seas too. I've played a lot of seas though. A lot more seas than I have. A bit more seas than I have sky. It's been a bit too. March 15th, 1905. Your journey back from the Blue Kingdom was... I don't know what that means. Your locomotive damaged and Captain Whitlock is badly wounded. Oh yeah, it is. As first officer, the crew look to you. The nearest station is New Winchester. Can you get the orphan there safely? No. Of course I can't. I'm gonna go Tokyo drifting, baby. The wreck hangs in the sky, poked with recent gunfire. You and the Boer Empire don your sky suits, garments of wax canvas, lined with felt to protect against the cold of the sky. Two of the crew are whispering as they dress. What business did Captain Whitlock have in the Blue Kingdom anyways? Why the devil they would trespass on the districts of the dead? You selling something? Now's not the time. Leap across the wreck. The gap between the two engines isn't wide, but the endless fathoms of heaven gape beneath it. You jump. Sorry, leading the way. You jump, your stomach lurches with vertigo. Ooh, vertigo. As the skies blaze above you and below. The air of the heavens is thin and torn by unpredictable winds. Then your boots hit the written board of the Osmondius? Your leather gloved hands fumble for a hoe. One of the companions throws you a line and you lash the two engines together. Only then the rest of the boring part follow you. One of them forces open an exterior hatch and you clamber inside. Dyslexia. The interior is cold, unlit, and whistles with wind. Your party lamps spread butterfly. That's actually the way to spread that. Your party's lamps spread butterfly light all over the narrow, parallel passages. You make your way towards the hold, stepping over bodies crumpled in the corridor. Unfortunately, your way is blocked. A bulkhead has been mangled inwards and by a well-aimed barrage. Ooh. Sure. As you strain against the stubborn steel, you remember an event from a year ago. A boiler explosion had trapped an engineer under a tangle of plane and pipework. The captain was first on the scene, and you were second. Together you managed to pry the wreckage upwards enough for you to crawl beneath it, while the captain braced the bar across her back. By all means, take your time, she grunted as you dragged the engineer out. Back in the prison, the twisted bulkhead yields. Your companions clear the explosive rubble away. The way is clear. Oh, you've reached the Osmondius' hold, a ruin of smashed cargo and spilled supplies, hopefully somewhere amidst the detritus? I don't know. You can find parts to repair the orphan and restock your stores. You find enough food and gear to restock your supplies and enough spare parts to make necessary repairs for the orphan. The food will need to be thoroughly thawed, of course, but you've eaten worse in the sky. Yeah, probably. A hole cries one of your party, prying the lid off a long crate. It holds a can still nestled in the straw. Another crewman pulls a battered bird cage from a pile of room cargo. Within the cage, something winged and furled opens its sullen eyes. And I got some hole back too. Mount it. I mean, I'm not gonna read all of it, but that's your scale. It's always bats. It's always bats. Press on the engine room. You might find more fuel there, but you had better hurry. The Osmondius is beginning to tear apart. Alright, we're going forward. The wreck of the Osmondius stretches as its metal buckles and tears. You press on through the shuddering corridor, searching frantically for the engine room. Some of the smaller part. Oh. No one's keen to go on alone. In the end, you have to rely on drawing lots. The two members of the party with the shortest straws pale and make their cautious way towards the engine room. The rest of you return to your orphan and wait their return. And wait, and wait. Too late. With a dying groan, the Osmidius buckles and splits in half, and two ends spiral in different directions in the sky. The two crew that were still aboard are lost. Suddenly, you stroke your engines and steam away, restocked and rearmed, but fewer. Oh, I'm gonna slam into that! Yeah, it does cost supplies in this game. In C's, you can just spam the bad. Let's go for something to see what it has. Walls of the captain's cabin are lined with hodgepodge of curios from across the sky. Captain Whitlock lies in bed. Black marks cover her skin like a monstrous brand. When she coughs, coils of acrid smoke pour from her lungs. Ooh, yeah. The word of living fire pursued the orphan. A word of living fire pursued the orphan across the Blue Kingdom. It cut you just before you passed through the transmitter related to the Reach, and is set its brand upon the captain. If I can read today, it's burned itself right through her. The doctor whispers. When I closed the worst of her wounds, I could see the sign is seared into her bones and her organs. Judging from her symptoms, it's on the inside of her lungs too. The captain leans in one side and vomits a plume of fire into a copper bowl. There's nothing the doctor can do. Ooh. Her mouth blistered from blue fires that dance on her tongue. Her hand grips your arm. Her skin is hot as kettle. Made arrangements. The orphan will be yours. Her voice is just a rasp of burned meat. But promise. She breaks off the scream, a word in language that was not made for human mouths. When she resumes speaking English, she is weaker, but requests a little more than a gas. Promise me one last service, please. Promise. Sorry. Demands. Yeah. She laughs. A sound like wood snapping and fire ash sprays from her mouth. It was worth it, she swears. Her voice is suddenly firm, her eyes hard and bright. She sinks back into the scorched pillows, a twisted, frantic fever. Would have nice to know. You leave the cabin, scorched stake of the air behind, and return to the bridge. New Winchesters for than you like in the cabin hasn't long left. Oh, it's been a while since I've had this combat. That's two of them. Overdrafted. Ah! I used to be actually pretty good at the combat. It's so hard to aim! That one was actually pretty close. Come on. You prepare the boil the buckle wreckage. Place for plunder. The plunderers behind you. Someone's humming the song of victory. Just rate it. Usually I rate it. I'm going to Winchester anyways. Yeah, I'm actually pretty close. I will strip this one though. Yeah, not really worth it. I'm glad that it has an auto function, just like C's had. Though not with C's, you could just set the weight. Or the, like if you wanted to go fast, slow, and then stop backwards. This one, it's not bad. I think it's actually above me, but... I like the combat in this one a lot better than C's. It's not really worth stripping it. I mean, at combat, you know, combat stripping's fine, but it's not worth stripping it, usually. I love New Winchester's theme, too. London's theme was good. New Winchester's theme is good, too, though. Whenever I stop like that, that's usually me going from hitting it manually to hitting C, which is the auto. I already know how to do all this. I just gotta get used to the controls again! I used to be really bad at docking, too. Causing the bustle, the din, the soot, and the steam of the Wolvesy station. It is clogged with other engines, scrappy mining locomotives from Lustrum to the north way, weather explorers gleaming with frost, sleek company vessels with bright brass fittings. No sooner than you pulled into the sidings than a burst station master bustles over. He requests to come aboard. I must speak with your captain, he insists, brandished in a ledger. The usual formalities. Oh, the passing. The crew exchange bleak, wordless looks. The Orphan itself feels suddenly more empty. The station master looks confused. You inform him that ultimately Captain Whitlock has just passed. As he says neutrally, sorry that got me, because that's 100% how it would be. Just neutrally. Who cares? He says neutrally, sorry to hear that. Very sad, very sad. He waits for what he considers to be an appropriate minute and a half before continuing. Alas, even amidst the tragedy of the cogs of bureaucracy must turn. If Captain Whitlock is deceased, the station authority requires their answers from the first officer. He dons a set of spectacles and locates its pen. It will be relatively painless. Name, background, purpose, visit, etc. Shall we begin? High vowels. I mean, I usually don't go irons. I actually usually go priest, but... And they all had different trees too. Let's go for priest. You were a priest. You preached the word and brought the needs of the world before the church in intercession. But besides God Almighty, to whom did you answer? Mm, probably irons. Neither of these are really my end goal, anyways. But there's a lot, man. You know what? I'll take brother. Oh, fuck yeah, you know? 17 and 25. I mean, that's not bad. 3 weeks. Sorry, the reading of the will. 3 weeks have passed. This morning, Captain Whitlock received a simple memorial service. Her body was consigned to a necropolis train built for the serene mausoleum. Essentially, she's going to land dead. Now you sit with, well, kinda. Now you sit with a handful of her relatives in the threadbare offices of her solicitors. A methodical notary is reading the will. The captain was wealthy once, but she squandered her capital on anxious expenses before her expedition to mysterious expenses before her expedition to the Blue Kingdom. I don't know where I got expensive, but a final codicil, the notary announces Captain Whitlock confirmed that the possession of the orphan was to pass on to its first officer. He appears at you with dry gray eyes. This includes a certain black box contained in the orphan's hull. Thank you. Sorry, Captain Whitlock's final request was that at the time of your choosing, you transpond said box to an address in London. He hands you an address card and you deposit it there. You are not to look inside. She gave no explanation. I'm the captain now. I don't know if I can do that yet. Oh yeah, this fucker. Excuse me, Captain. A woman pushes through the crowds towards you. She is short and square shoulders in a neat black suit and polished shoes. She shows you the case of her pocket watch is embossed with the crown and hourglass of London's horological office. I know what that is. It's something to do with time. The body responsible for ensuring time is consistent across the. Yeah. I'm open to book passage to Port Prosper, she says, slipping the watch away, and I can, of course, pay. Of course, as long as you can pay. That's all that matters. Like you, the locomotives I was on broke down following the boiler rupture. The chief engineer's fault, I suspect. A gentleman's fonder of brandy than of diligence. Have initial scum to seal our bargain. Prosper lies in, yeah, northeast. I think it's marked, anyways. I represent Hollinger's. I represent Hall. The bank and house. I promise this will only take a moment of your unquestionably valuable time. He produces a folded contract with a flourish. You hear promising things about you, brother. Very promising indeed. Oh, he called me brother. That's nice, actually. I bet that would change. We would like to extend our services. We provide a secure solution to the storage of your assets, absolute discretion, steadfastness onto death and beyond. We only require a signature. You may access your bank. I think what's in your bank goes on to different characters too. I believe it goes down the lineage. I might be wrong about that though. It's been a while. How much? Because I do kind of need. Oh, I guess I didn't have to, but I probably shouldn't have. It's always good to have excess fuel, too. And an excess supply since I'm about to consume that one. Money. There it is, sorry. It always takes me a second to see where it is. First of all... See, some of the bigger ships are cool and all, but I never really found a use to some of them. Usually, fuck, even in seas, I just go with the starter ship for the longest time. Because as long as you know what you're doing, you usually won't die. I mean, once in a while you get fucked by like a fluke or constant companion comes and fucks you in the ass, but either way, that's if you have the NTC though. Okay, so where am I going first? It's tab, sorry, I'm used to the map being M. It's in northeast, so probably that way. I kind of want to go the Magdalene's first though. Magdalene's story is actually so good. Spell in prison, an hour in. Ooh. Yeah! It's hard because those are both more later. Well, not later. The inspiration is useful right away. I think I can actually use it to complete a few quests early on. Ooh. Oh! I know. I don't think those ones are hostile. Oh, I didn't mean to press F. I gotta be really careful with the scout. I like how they did the journal entries too. I mean, C's it was like a text log, and that was still good. Oh, I've never had the circus here. Usually it's up in the north. Traveling circus is sold here. Too afraid to go further and too afraid to go back. Its clanking, gaudy locomotive scavenges such audiences it can from nearby homesteads and delivers them for an evening of shabby disparate picked-up magic. Straight up. I can't get him yet. The Grey Show, that's what the adverse promised. The reality is not impressive. Aside from the big top that dominates the circus, the place is shabby, poor maintained, and even more poorly intended. Borlook and circus folks run rotten booths. The clowns painted on smiles are no match for the deep-set misery behind the grease paint. Even the calliope music playing a run-down piano is more grimly resolute than sure. I need some coffee. Right, the port report always. Big Top looms dramatically in the fog of the reach. It is not nearly as imposing as the massive obelisks floating nearby. Some enterprising soul has hung bunting between it and the Big Top. As for the circus itself, outside the performers, it is practically deserted. You may be the first new face in the audience for a while. Yeah, this is also a pretty good side quest. 10's not bad. No one in the meager audience displays any euphemism, not even when the ringmaster thunders in on a horse-drawn calliope. Then come the acts themselves. Oh dear, the humiliated magician's trapdoors fail to open, leaving his glorious assistant nobly unvanished. The bereaved acrobat swings from a single trapeze, and the other hangs lonely and unused. Pensive clowns for juggling acts actor, and not the humorous crying. The less said about the lion tamer, the better he should recover. Oh shit. Most of the stalls are empty, the owners either asleep or long since gone. You gamely make the most of them. From the Hall of Mirror, there's only one. To the Whacker Rat game, currently closed due to rats being ununionized. Yeah. At least the day proves quiet with nothing actively trying to kill you in the high wilderness. That alone counts as a big. Yeah, that's true. Pair of clowns whose paint down smells do not match your actual scale spot you almost immediately. There's nothing fancy about the heavy sticks they carry. You're less than politely escorted back to the Big Top. Perhaps if you were known better around here, they would be less concerned. Oh. Can't really do much else, so. Polymore and Plenty Circus. Okay, it also. Oh, is it him? So I actually need to go like that way, but. Which I will do, but just not right now. You know, yeah, right now. Fuck it. More money early on, the better, I guess. It's a lot of saving, supply, scrounging. I like to have a fallback line, personally. The victor to the spoils. Oh! The crew of the Marauder lie dead in the corridor, killed not by your guns, but knives and small arms fire. The only survivor, the captain, locked in the brig with a ball of bread and chocolate, stare back from the every wall. When he ran out of chalk, he began scraping in with his fingernails. Little remains of them, but bloodied stuff. Ooh! I've seen this before, Captain, says a crew member grasps from Euro Sky Madness. Maglines can treat you if you can be bothered to take the poor sod. Yeah, I'll bring them. Crew wrap the Sky Mountain Captain in blankets and secure them tightly with belts. It takes foot to transport them safely to your locomotive. You might not be happy or restrained, but should keep them from harm until you get to Magdalene's. Magdalene's lays northwest of. Okay. The cabin secured. You have a moment to see why there's anything worth the locomotive before abandoning it. Yeah. Ooh. A sheaf of letters falls from a concealed compartment. The pages are rife with scandal. Oh, baby. Scandalous. I'm gonna hit up Prosper first, and then I'll go to Magdalene's. The inspector approaches you in the gallery. Captain, good day. I notice your ship's clock has stopped. Perhaps you permit me to repair it. She has a little case of tools and a whole. Yeah, sure. Just gives a grateful flicker of a smile and sets to work. Soon she has the back of the clock and has spread tiny cogs across the gallery table. Obscure horological tools gleam brassily among them. Everything has a place. I appreciate the opportunity to keep myself busy. Staring too long at the stars is harmful to... I mean, that's just for anything, really, but yeah. Discuss the reach, acquire work. I don't think complimenting her would be a good idea. She sniffs. It's fundamental importance that 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in one corner of the Empire, of course, the same time as 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in the opposite corner. How is the Empire to function if it can't agree what day it is? Yeah. Unfortunately, the process is complicated by the fact that time is less reliable than I was. The hours trade has been seen to that. Than it was, sorry, the hours trade. You and the Empress awards her favorites with gifts of years to extend their lives. That you can become rich, miner for hours to satisfy London's hunger for them. Sorry, I had to read that first. Oh, hours have more use than that. We use them to increase the efficiency of work worlds. Spread to speed journeys to distant regions, to resolve overcrowded prisons. Does make my life more difficult when time knots and stretches like wool on a loom, more difficult but more vital. Her Majesty seized a great trove of them when she assumed the throne of hours, and now even more have been found in the reach. Miners dig them from the ground. She looks momentarily wistful. I hope someday to retire with modest pension of years myself to prolong the better part of my retirement. Thank you. She says, small, embarrassed, silent. Discuss the reach. The whatever. As an uncouth splendor by Miss Albion, the steady light of the clockwork sun. The sunless reaches are so misty and quiet. She pauses, but critical. The territories here are rich with raw hours. Enough vegetation grows on them to feed the whole of London. Either some of it is a dubious shape. Sorry, wrong one. Winchester. There are those who feel that London is a long way away and that they do a better job of governing themselves. The frontier attracts independent spirits. We call them tackies for the hobnail boots that are so practical out here. London unsurprisingly disagrees. The Windward Company earnestly represents Her Majesty's interest in the region, sometimes very earnestly indeed. The tackies call London's loyalists stovepipes for our hats, I suppose. She avoids looking at you. And you, Captain, where's your sympathy lie for? Yeah, let's go for London this time. Glad to hear it. I think that's it. Oh, treasure! I don't fucking care about you. I want my treasure. Actually, I might not even be able to grab this yet. I need a... something else, probably. Oh, yeah, I don't think I can take this yet. Yep. Ooh. Excuse me. Alright. Just read the safe. I don't care about anything but money right now. That's why I chose wealth, motherfucker. Yeah, I can't get that yet. I should be able to get this, though. Maybe not. This is a homestead, I think. A homestead. Settlers who live so far beyond the edges of civilization realize the hardships of solitude. They will fiercely defend their small territories, but occasionally welcome company and trade. You sit down beside a cold, silent homestead. The windows are boarded, the door is locked, the foliage in the garden hasn't grown while it was abandoned in a hurry and recently. I figured. Homestead has already been pillaged, however, an odious smell leads you to a loose floorboard where someone has concealed a bundle of blood-caked vegetables. The rings are still attached to severed fingers and earrings to ears, hence presuming the smell. Oh, that's kind of nasty. Oh, fuck! I need to get used to Tilton. He has nothing to report. So, I don't know if Prosper's up here. It's probably this way. Actually, I might have went the wrong way. In general. I might have to go back to Winchester and go back the other way. Let's dip around here, though. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I got enough fuel. For now. It's a lot of micromanaging. It's a lot of traveling where you need to go. It's a good game, though. Guys, what I liked about C's is the stories, mostly. I'm just making conversation at this point, but the stories, especially the chapel stories, I'm not gonna spoil it, but the chapel was probably my favorite one so far. Though the story with the mailman rats was nice too. That's bad. Oh my god, they're all fucking fighting each other! So this is also here too. Normally I get this in the same spot every time, but this has changed too. I guess these are generated, or maybe they're just changed now. Normally, this is here. That's always been there. Winchester I don't think changes either, and usually Prosper's there. The ramming speed. Reclaims with frost, its windows are dark and engines silent. Perhaps there's something of value lies within. I didn't think so. Singular fetches the signal lamp and flashes a patient meshes into each port side window. There a faltering glow burns in the frost. Someone has struck a match. Dispatch a barn party. They retrieve a survivor is too weak to work, but will share their hoard supplies with you. However, her reckless laughter and the stories of the horrid haunting things she saw from her frosty eyes do not improve morale. Fuck! Bad, 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 bad! I need to get back to Winchester, I think, anyways. Oh yeah, I'll outrun him. Oh, actually, I think he's one of the ones that charges, though. Maybe not. I know what that is. What the fuck is this? The hell and back? It's another wreck, huh? The wreck, yeah, same thing. Enter through a yawning tear in the hull. Tread lightly, mourn the dead. I need some tarragon. It doesn't tell me how much, though. Ugh! I hate hate. I'm always gonna hit shit when I drift like that. It's actually, for me, it's a bit difficult. Okay. We're going up this way. Wait, what's... No, that's the circus. I love the Steam system. With, like, weapons, you don't need ammo, and you can dodge and shit, but... You know, and once it turns red, you can still, like, shoot and stuff, but it'll take a chunk of your health away when it goes down. Which is nice, because it's like a... You can do it if you have to, but you shouldn't. It's a last chance, last resort, whatever. And later on, you can abuse that pretty hard. At least you used to be able to. I don't know. I haven't played it in a while. I just like the music. No, actually, I will stop in Winchester because I'm going this way anyways. I'll just stop and drop my terror and then go back out, and then I'm probably gonna head up this way because I don't want to go south for a while. That area sucks. At least not until I get something better. I love that sound too. It's so like steampunk. It's so steampunk. I love Sunless Sea for that. Yeah, should be down there. And then if we go north from here, it's not really spoilers because I'm about to go do it, but that's where you find the tackies and the stovepipes. Their story is alright too. It's not the best, but it's basically just for London, for not London. Alright. Fortunate Navigator. I will actually repair my shit. See, I don't want to be stingy, but I'm stingy. Choose yourself to seasoned captains. 4 gather at the usual table. The Massissin, a libertine, polymath, and pioneer of the neo-nocturnal artistic school. The bedevil diadact, a scholar haunted by his discoveries. The plucky baroness, explorer, collector, philanthropist, and spatchcocker mag who hunts monsters. Of course he does. Of course everything out here is jolly dangerous, says the baroness. Few risk the skies, so news of distant ports is valuable. Collect port reports. Yeah. Basically just collect port reports. Prospects, yeah. Basically quests. That's all it is. I don't think there's anything else. I think it's still half and half right now. The assembly runs New Winchester from Victorel and seeks to strengthen its hand in the Reach. Lends proxy the Windward Company, however, maintaining considerable presence in the Reach. Yeah, it's still neutral. Sometimes I spawn in and that's not neutral though. Sometimes it's usually neutral, but once in a while it's in the Tacky's favor or the other way around. I didn't take my terror away. Damn. I probably didn't have something that waits you. this even have something? I think it does. It's an equivalent, I think. Yep. Just the way it just jankly fucking went in there. See, normally I would do that, but I need to go up and give it to Her Majesty, you know, for London. London's never done anything wrong for us, never. Never. And they never will. 100 sovereigns, some Windward Company gratitude. Stovepipes hate me. Stovepipe hates me. I'll take that early on. I probably won't do that often though. Oh, my bad. So he said northwest, which never returned. Hold up. Okay. One was northwest and one was northeast. I think Prosper was east and Magdalene's was west. I'm surprised that one hit him. Alright. See, it's so much easier to kill shit. I always found it's easier to kill shit. It's the same in Seas, too. It's easier to kill ships than it is to kill fucking monsters. Because monsters will fucking rush your ass and they'll stun lock you. At least I don't know if it's this, because it's been a while. But that's how it was in Seas. You just basically just have to back up or hit them from stealth. In this one, you can dodge, but it's nice. But at the same time, it feels kind of what they need to make. And I would totally, unless Mask of the Rose is like that. I haven't played Mask of the Rose yet. I need to go buy it. It's been a bit though. More than good. Oh! Bad. I don't even want to fight him. But I kinda do. Sorry, the music is somewhat louder than it should be. Well, where I was probably hard to hear, but just don't think of things. Anyways, this is oh yeah, I had to probably go that way. This is probably the nature reserve, if I had to guess. Usually the music tells you what's what. Keep it in the mic. My bad. Parking's corpse. Sorry, copes. Because he's copesing with it. Oh, it's Magdalene's, huh? I like Magdalene's theme too. I love the Reach theme. I find that the Reach themes are, in my opinion, better than the Albion themes. But the Albion themes are also, this is more like Frontier. Well, I'll be on some more like industrial, I guess. Industrial. It's a nation. It's like an actual working nation. While this one's more like a bunch of people just around, fucking around, and trying to make a fortune. For guilt, let's see. The nurses bring structured care. This guy, man, captain from your train. He'll receive care from Magdalene's finest. At least Magdalene's finest, with a sense of charity, given that he has nothing on him to pay for their administrations. Got more XP too. An attendant in the foyer schedules appointments with the aid of a hefty daybook and a very accurate clock. They are eager to explain the procedures and the rules that govern here. This is a hospital for the spirit. Our staff will become the person you need. Here you may say your farewell to a doomed comrade, resurrect an old love, spar with a defeated enemy, all for a fair price, but not overindulge. Our services are the heal, not become an addiction. I mean, I could see why. Some move small as others weep, and no one can resist looking back behind them, not even for just a peek. A mourner wanders past clad in outdated black silk. She is recreating her husband's funeral today. She's she's smiling? Alright. Magdalene's is above with swift activity, barely has the clock chimes. Then a clamor goes up from the front desk, guests rushing to and from appointments. Lord whatever was seen in conversation with the admiral host. The East Wing was closed for general access for a day. A certain distinguished admiral was seen with his second in command entering one of the chambers of regret. Special guests succumbed to an excess of sentimentality and were forcibly removed. Lieutenant escorts you through the dazzling violet corridors. The host red door is always open. The lieutenant leaves you just as the clock begins to chime. The amenable host, I think, reclines on a couch of crushed velvet, a goblet of sparkling wine in his long fingertips. Somewhere in the tower above him, the great clock ticks away. As a policy, the host's atrium was always open for guests. He's available to hear opinions, friendly criticism, suggestion. Today, he has a headache. Okay, this is music request. The voice is soft, sibilant, like butter melting in candlelight. A guest has become rather too attached to a particular attendant. He always requests the same attendant appear in the exact same guise. The amenable host, of course, in the taste, he reiterates the aim of Magdalene's approach of healing and respite. This was not meant to feed obsession or self-indulgence, self-loathing. The guest brings sickness. I would have him purged. I have dossier on our guest if you're interested in helping. The amenable host smiles indulgently. I'm so glad you want to help. He produces a thin sliver of pages and passes them to you. Recommend taking on the role of one of our attendants. That way you'd be playing the role of someone significant to them. The amenable host sighs. Reaching for his goblets, he knows all of our attendants by voice now. Someone new is needed. Actually, I don't really need to treat my terror yet. How do you plan to deal with them? A treatment chamber has been emptied for you should you wish to adopt the guise from his past. Alternatively, he's standing right there. He does not seem to have noticed you. His eyes instead boring through the doors of the treatment rooms. I can either disguise as his lover, his mother, or just tell him to fuck off. I mean, I feel like this is the best option, just to be direct, to be honest. Because if you do either of these, that's just kind of tricking him, and he's probably going to keep coming back. But let's do this one. Just like the faggot daguerreotype down the teeth, you could gnash your jaws reflexively. The lachrymose guest eyes one as he enters your chamber. This is a mistake. I didn't ask for this. You never do you get to work. When it's over, you doubt he will be ever returning. Oh, it's straight up nagged him out. He's gone. Thank you. He's gone. He smiles beatifically. Of course, my staff will be pleased. It is a risk or a trade when our clients can no longer separate identity and illusion, but seldom pleasant. He sighs deeply, echoing around the chamber like a newly freed dove. It is a trap any of us can fall into. His face darkens briefly. Here, take this. He fishes around beneath the couch for one of the goblets. He'll fetch a pretty price. Now take it with my thanks and visit us again. I don't think I can do anything else. I can. I remember discretion earlier. He sighs. You've seen the dangers of our work upon those who abuse our service, yet we are not immune to it ourselves. He draws your attention to several paintings on the wall. My regulars have, at various points, requested that I be a prospector on Lestrum. Here to a fine house in Prosper and a Titan of Vision Street in New Winchester. Very specific reasons and more. I have vivid memories of Admiral 3, yet all cannot be true, surely. He presses his lock into your hands. This bears my image. See if anyone remembers me. I can't remember who I was before this. If I could be other than I am, I'd like to know. Okay. Lustrum's probably going to be the hardest one to go to, but I need to go to Prosper anyways, so. No, I gotta go this way. Kinda sad Madeleine's theme isn't playing though. Okay. Take a facet. Veils, irons, veils, mirrors, veils, mirrors. Iron, I lost love. No, sorry. Probably this one. I might read them eventually, but right now, Does that count as west? It's more like directly. I guess it did say north, northwest-ish. That's bad. Fuck. I'll just repair my hold this time. So I cannot go up that way right now. I mean, I could, but I don't really want to fight against the wind right now. It's just a waste of fuel. And it would get me pretty much nowhere. I'm going to see if I can go this way. So cost fuel and time. Fuck. It's not the date that it was. Okay, well, I'll stop by Winchester on the way there and grab more fuel, I guess. Well, it might be cheaper in Prosper. I don't really know. It's been a while. I used to have lists for this kind of shit. Fuck, you could hustle really well in Seas. Just buy a bunch of like coffee. Just fuck off. The driver pulls your locomotive aside the wreck, close enough for you to leap from one to the other. The floor of the bridge is carpeted with glass fragments. It shines like stars near your lamplight and trickles like bells when your boots brush it. Sky chest nailed to the floor at the back of the bridge yields to your efforts. Stamped and sealed is heavy as a dead man's weight, so it's probably a dead guy. Ooh, unseasoned hours. Takes a wrench and your strongest stoker to lift off the lid. When at last the crate opens with a heavy thud, your crew gasps inside lustrous saltine crystals of ground hours, mined and refined for commercial use. This final product of London's greatest and most precious enterprise. Oh fuck, there's a Starman in one. No, we're not doing this. No. No. The Starman ones are fucking annoying to fight. Straight up. That's a tacky vessel, I think. I do believe they're the vessels. So if you go with London, more London vessels, like the stovepipe vessels will start appearing. And actually they'll start getting Type 2s too, I think. Same with tacky. So what choices you affect do actually matter. At least a little bit. You know, to an extent. I love that. Steam right, steam left. I like that they tried to put some logic into something that's just completely illogical, like Skyfaren's trains that use steam to go left, right, and forward. It's alright. Bizarre. Usually I stay with the singles, to be honest. The machine gun I never really found was very good, in my opinion. It's not bad, it's just I never really liked it. And the shotgun has, like, no range. Because it's a shotgun. Even though. Anyways. But the single shot, it's pretty simple. Shoot once, you hit once, you do more damage if you have a higher level. Weapon aura. I don't know if irons directly affects damage in this one. I don't think it does. It might. I don't think it does though. Because in C's, the more irons you would have, the more damage your guns in general would do. But I don't know if that's true. Sorry. He has nothing. So right now I'm actually looking for Prosper. I believe it is this. It's probably around here. Actually, it's probably over there, but... Oh. Yes. Ideally, I don't want to go too far north. Because that's how you get fucked up. Then again, I could go fucking around with the bees, so... Oh... That's bad. Something down here. Mother of Mountains. So stung. Whatever happened to the Z gods too? I played a lot of sea, but I haven't played a lot of Sky, so. Well, I used to play a lot of it. I've gone to Albion, Land of the Dead, so this isn't my first run, but it's also, I haven't seen everything the game has to offer, right? Now, I don't even think I've gotten any of the endings in this one. I've gotten quite a few in seas, like the Colony one, the Airship one, a few other ones. I'm not going to say how, I'm just going to say the name. Those who know, know. Those who don't, know. And that's pretty much how it's got to be. Ooh, Carlin. This peaceful Carmine institution was founded by devils from London, dedicated to the betterment of the soul. Butler reaches a tour of heaven, describes it as a cross between a spa, a sanatorium, and a purgatory. She commends its prisoners. Hold up. I'll read the port first. You can take the first step towards one of the terraces. A devil blocks your way. Not yet. I'm afraid you must have permission from the presiding deviless. Some of our procedures are exceedingly delicate. We need to be certain you comprehend what you're seeing. Turns in the direction center. The presiding deviless works in an office shaped like a beehive, of course, a stone and wicker work building that stands all alone in the middle of Carlon's central courtyard. She conducts intake interviews with some patients, one by one. After a long time in line, you reach her at last. Greetings, brother. How may we stretch, strain, purify, and strengthen you now that you come to Carlon? Her apron is starched. Her dress pen stripped. There is a patient files on her desk, color coded the corners of her mouth as she knows something to your disadvantage. Oh. Ask her about Carlin. Wherever is necessary to reclaim unsatisfactory souls, she says, sits back in her chair. You can imagine her making such a pitch to the princes of hell, probably. For humans primarily, though, we do attend to a few other creatures elsewhere on the Great Chain. They come to us with souls that are stained, disused, in every kind of sordid condition. We make them acceptable again. Most of those who come to us are volunteers. The rest are beyond the position of being able to volunteer, co-signed to Carillion by their families or employers. So it's a mental asylum, basically, for the soul. Oh, well, at least I got to use it. Copies a writ of indulgence on calfskin. I did not mean to do that. She copies out the writ of indulgence on cat skin and daubs the corners with oil. Afterwards, she attaches her own signature, the seal of the presiding authority of Carlin. It's not quite the same as penance served yourself, she admits, but it might be used in many of the same situations if it proves not to meet with your requirements. And simply remember that you should not have been allowed to buy in the first place. Oh, okay, I see. After the stare curling, what then? Should not enter if one does not know how to leave. She looks surprised. Most people would go home again, she says. Some find that they are weary of their souls and pass them to us. We operate on that slender profit and what we can get from donations or even from sales of penance and forgiveness. She looks at the blank page before her. But what about you? You look sturdy enough to make full use of our services. Are you afraid of needles? What is your view of worms? Ew. Which do you fear more, venoms or poisons? Rather have neither. She takes down a page or two of all your least favorite things. Listen, she says, you're free to make use of Carlin. Take a penance or two. Alter your soul. I think you'll find the service is very imaginative. Hold up. It's another matter. I hope you look into a devil in rose colored gloves. He used to supervise the gaslit terrace, if I can speak. He was removed from that position, but I fear he may not be entirely aligned with the objectives of Carlin. If you find out anything about him, anything to his disadvantage, he looks grim, bring me evidence and I will reward you. So I need to snitch. Can I not leave? Yeah, return. I should actually be able to walk around if I want to. Oh? It's not a bad deal, actually, but I don't think I need that for anything. There's actually a opportunity thing. I don't remember where it is. It's not there. Signaler. I don't have any crew. Selling be done. I am probably gonna take that box to London, just cause, you know, it's your last wish. You can't. You can't. You gotta let her have her last wish, man. Oh, there are Trader's Wood, seeds. Okay. Nectar and supplies, neither of which I really need right now. Let's go down, I guess. See what we can find down here. Shape out the map for a bit, really. Once the map's shaped out, then you can start doing trade routes. Oh, then I can, I guess. That's usually what I do. Most things I play. Porphyrius found something. So this area makes me a bit uneasy. Because of you. I hate these fucking things. I hate these fucking things! Ah! Ah, fuck! Windows just straight up. Windows cracks have created a fallen of moss green dust. Once white paint is yellow, then peeling. The signal box possesses a faded dignity, like a beleaguered butler. It was designed with pride to be part of the great folly, the Isambard line. Inside, beneath a desk covered with rustled levers, is a luggage trunk. Captains in dire need can borrow from the cash inside, but custom dictates they must replenish it. Yep. This one. Depends. He started by your response. Alright, was expecting to say no, to be honest. You asked what he was doing here. I worked for Isambard line. I'm the last one, I suppose. Hitch rides between boxes, make repairs, sweep up a bit. What I could do with change of scene. He seems unsure. We better go get my things together. He picks up a motors. Hold on, checks his hat onto his head. Yes, I think that's everything after you, brother. Hand, writing is poor but legible. Captain, gardener, deposited supplies. Superstitious, out there bad luck. There is a column for miscellaneous notes. The captain warns of a condition inflicting on a crew. It started during a period of downtime. One took up gazing at the stars, encouraged the others in the consideration of the heavens. This has since been a fixation, and the entire crew only grudgingly leaves the Windows performer. Oh. Cray cray. Is he equipped? He is equipped. He gives me gloomy. He's oh, fuck. He's gonna come back. Bad, 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 bad. If it's above me, I swear. I don't want to go back. I hate those fucking things, man. Most things that charge a you're a fucking pain in the ass to kill. Unless you're good. Which I'm not. Just is what it is. Should probably not be this far out. It's usually not a good sign. So I'm actually gonna head back. And I'm gonna need fuel and shit soon. Well, not so much fuel, but I kinda do want to go see what's up there. I'm curious. I'm curious. Curiosity's killed me a few times. It never won't. It never won't kill me. Let's go. Fuck it. Last words. And I got experience. Ideally... yeah, I can outrun most things, honestly. But the question is, do I want to take 30 hits to outrun things, or do I want to just not get involved with shit? And the answer is neither, because I want to murder them. And eat them. That involves people, too. We're going to be getting a lot of people. It's a Fallen London experience. A very Fallen London experience. Oh, fuck! I always forget which direction because I'm an idiot. It's probably this way. Oh, see, I don't actually know if there are any really good weapons in this. I haven't really looked at uniques, because uniques, C's had a few unique weapons and items, like the serpentine, or serpentine maybe, the memento mori, the impeller, best ninja in the game. Mori's also the best forward weapon in the game, I'm pretty sure. But, other than that, oh. What are you? Are you Lustrum? There's no way Lustrum's this far to the east. Sorry, west. No way. Wow, alright. I mean, I'm not complaining, but... alright. I do need supplies. I don't think Lustrum sells them. They do... oh, they're kind of pricey now. I could probably just eat people, honestly. Hold up. One more. Just one. I like being a little bit more sure of myself. Frantic hustling, heart of Lundstrom, crammed with prospectors, peddlers, and purveyors of essential and occasionally legal services. Most business takes place here unless you're a dreamer searching your fortune on the claim fields. Sweet Jane. Little accountancy firm snug in the snowy drift. Sweet Jane oversees everything herself. The transference of fund, the balance of probabilities, transport of commodities, and termination of contracts. She is huddled behind her desk, swaddled in monstrously ugly red scarf, while she fiddles with her abacus. With one gloved hand, she heats the other over a little coal fire. Her one good eye focused on you, she smiles. She limps to the window. She snow battles the window pane, the shadows of the mountain all lost in the blizzard. Hold up. The lantern light means the offices of the Wimber Company are just visible. I was raised by the company. Children are faster workers. You understand. What? Whatever. Her fingers drum on the windowsill such a ways. Where they see men, we see labor. Where they see time, they see chains from which to bind us. But where they see death in the skies, I see victory. She turns to you, smiles. Bring me nameplates torn from London ships. I will see you adequately compensated. I will not. So in this matter of no pride, it's too important. I'd rather not. It's because it's a London run. If I was going for a tacky run, I would 100% do that. Till the two ports, your boots crunch through the snow. Clean and bright, lacking the lingering sadness of London's ammonia suffice lacquer. The townspeople nod politely to you, a distinguished visitor, but avert your eyes from the grizzled prospectors and get-rich-quick merchants who have taken over their slice of civilization on the mountain. They wait impatiently for the aid when the mountain has nothing more to offer, and the uncouth invaders finally leave, hoping that someone still remains when all the value has finally been plundered. Something still remains, sorry. The luck has passed around. The camps of prospectors most scratch their heads, others sigh and look away. An elderly prospector approaches, carrying her hat in her hands. You are the one looking for old Gray, she says. Long dead, shot, south of the mountain. No one shares ours. Fool. No point raising high on the mountain if there's no one on the bottom holding you up. That's true, by the way. Same for companies, too. You're not going to be a successful company if you don't have workers. For the most part. If you find one. Area the miners jockey for space by insufficient fireplaces. They pay for the overpriced drink with their dwindling coins or lowest quality hours. A few fortunates bear the mark of minor success. The baby soft hands that come from regular handling on season hours. Baby, oh, is it reverting them? Or is it just because it's like I can't tell if that was like a jab for like white collar workers, or if that was like they literally were reverting back to like baby skin because it's time, right? I'll take the rat brigade. The smallest, most scarred rat is called Cinder. She introduces her companion. She indicates the rat wearing goggles. Is my second Petronella. Our mechanic. She gestures towards a rat with glossy fur, and this is our agent, Provocure, Albrecht. The rat inclines his head. We need a locomotive. These Balharn rats are all that remains of the Rat Regiment, a mercenary company active in the early days of the Winchester War. Used to be a dozen of us, the best sappers around since Cinders. Now look at us. Time for later, we'll pay, brother. Oh. Cloak figure beckons you valuables for sale. It wheezes, his voice throaty and high pitched. Exchange for buried time, yes, please. It offers unusual relics in exchange, or a few rustic coins that would barely buy transport to anywhere else. I'll take a relic, I guess. I mean, I do kind of really need money, but the relic's probably better. Actually want the... Did I get the port for it? I must have. I don't want to go there either. No, I can't afford them. Because I'm poor. Those goddamn poor people. Alright, let's go over the Magdalens. Or not Magdalens. I actually need to go back to Winchester eventually too, but I really want to go to, I want to find Prosper. Ideally. Will I find Prosper? Probably fucking not, but... I hate these fucking things. Ah, fuck. Let's keep going. Oh, he's fast. Or she. It's fast. I'm just gonna say it. It's fast. I gotta get out of here. It's also sapping my sanity. Of course, there's another one. Luck. I'm not going back. I'm sorry. There's two of them. The first one probably already aggroed, but I don't want to fuck with those scribers right now. Not in a base locomotive with a base projectile. Anyways. I wonder what this is. Aha. Today you are not the captain. You are the meteorite between this world and the next. Between the living and dead, you lead them into a handful of doleful hymns and deliver a short sermon on Christ's death and resurrection. You recite the name of the dead and some words about each other provided by their colleagues to clear soul and wrapped in their own recollections. It might be that. No, it's a treasure, which I don't... Oh, I can grab this. I'll take free supplies. Fuck yeah. Free supplies are free. Anything's usually... nothing's truly free. Sure, that karma will come back for me. Usually does when when I get enough good things. Usually something really bad comes down. Just the way of the world, unfortunately, it's balance. I'm back in the Verdun areas now. But yeah, seas. Some of the questlands at sea was pretty good, Sunless. Like I said, the rat one, the church one, well, the chapel technically. The what's his name? Fuck, I forget what his... his exact name is. The guy who you have to, he's in London. You give him, like, for example, 7 bales of linen or 7 bones, Stygian ivory, for example, and you can complete different things. The Venture, I think his name is. His storyline's really good too, and you get something good for completing it. The colony storyline was a pain in the ass, but it was honestly better than the main, technically, storyline. I've also gotten the true ending too, but I've never gotten any of the other ones really. I've never made a fortune. I've never created a song of the sea. I've never found my father's bones. Something is amiss, things are out of place, an explained cracker comes on the pantry floor. The chief engineer's favorite wrench hung on the wrong hook, several empty pages torn from the back of your logbook. Group of texts are in instance and contribute their own stories. Then shoelaces door left open, oily footprints in the doorway. You have a stowaway. I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm probably not gonna find them. Treasure you might find no sign of an uninvited passenger. Whoever it is, they've gone. Yeah, I'll go around this way. But yeah, seas. I've gone east. That's a good ending. I've gone the Zeppelin ending too. I don't think I've ever gotten the Dawn Machine ending. I don't know if that's technically an ending. I don't think it is. I haven't done a bunch from Submariner, though I have done a few things. Angle's fucking crazy. Nook's pretty cool too. Just swimming around, you know. But yeah, a lot of content. That's why I like games like this with a lot of content. You get a lot of content and it lets you play whatever way you want. And the best part about it is it's odd as fuck. And nothing truly makes sense until it makes sense. That is why it's got a great story. Oh, fuck. Damn. Sure, so it's fruitless. People giggle at the antiquated fashion on display in the daguerreotype tilt of the jaw, the unfortunate arrangement of hair. The proprietor of the round table seems to recognize the facial. Oh, yes. Right, Saudi was. He holds up a locket up to catch the fallen starlight through a window. Wanted to open a factory. A few years back, something went wrong. There were workers' revolt. Never been since. So he's died and he's tried to make a factory. I don't care about any of that. I need some money. Let's go ahead into the Lestrum one, and then we're going to hit up Magdalene's. I should be able to complete that with the verdant seeds, get a bit of money, and then we're going to head and retread to east. Or east. Not west. But Victor, the lore in this one's cool too, though. From what I understand, you got trains because this is oh, I don't want to spoil it though. Then again, Sunless Seas is pretty old by now. Phil Better's a great company, and I do still occasionally play Fallout London, though not super often. It's excellent, excellent. Ooh, I had two. Issue permanents, some variety of dealings with Falion. Probably a permit. Yeah. So that will let me go to different areas. It should, anyways. It should let me go to It should let me go to Albion, I believe. Maybe just Albion, but He's Angie, I think. Maybe not. Reichs. Oh. Y'all want to go to Reichstad? Wow, that was a hell of a lone screen, eh? Sorry, we need to hit up Magdalene's too. This guy here is cold and watchful. Another thing that I like more about seas right now than skies is that if you're near land and seas, you can turn off your light to save fuel. If you're near land, or if you're in good waters, or if you're in light. But in this one, it doesn't seem like that's the case. Terror also looks like it's less harsh, too. There's a lot of areas you can go. And there's a lot of ways to reduce it. It looks like anyways, at least in this area. I don't know much about Out and Beyond. I don't know. More Kingdom of the Dead. I know a bit about Albion too, but the Kingdom of the Dead is where my knowledge starts to stray, and there's another area that I haven't been to. I've only been to Albion and the Reach. I've been to Albion, Reach, and the Area of the Dead. That's not entirely untrue. Gain terror. Oh, and a supply. That's good, actually. I need that. I might have to get rid of some terror when I'm here. Actually, I think that costs fuel to do that too. You gotta be cheap early game, man. You really do. There's enough quests and shit that can get you pretty far early on. Just like in Sunless Sea, as long as you don't spend your money like an idiot and you leave yourself a little bit of a fallback line to buy fuel and supplies, you won't fuck yourself, usually. Usually. I love that dock too. I'll do that one. The Blythe Bar and the reception is famously well stocked. Attendants are on hand to keep an eye on the clientele and ensure no one seeks treatment. While too squiffy, I don't know what that means. While you were away a few hours in the company of several Windward defectors, a travel magician, a pair of Corlin botanists, and one almost definite ministry spy, aided by the convivial delights of a ball of three of star a ball or three of starshine tinted brandy. He's a spy. Huh. Right, sorry. Actually, I need you. I just made some money. Prospects are how you make money. Usually. Okay, let's see if I can hit up Prosper to see where we're going. What a weird way to say that. Let's go try and find Prosper. That's gonna require like essay and I think. Yeah. Oh, fuck, I want to go this way. Yeah, this is Prosper. Maybe. The area looks familiar. Because usually the ports ruin areas, yeah, the Prosper's gonna be around there. Areas are always tied to areas. That's gonna suck. He's gonna fucking blast me with a shotgun. I'm glad I didn't dash. Just gonna leave. I don't really want to fight him. Guess I'm more than dead again. This is just going north. No, it's not this way. This is to the frost. It's this way. Probably. Because I don't think Prosper's in a frosty area usually. Usually they're set in different areas, but usually the terrain around them is what's key or not key. In fact, it's probably over there, if I had to guess. I did not want to shoot that. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, this is Prosper. I should actually be able to go to Albion right now if I want to. Except for the fee. I believe there's a... Oh, but I couldn't come back. I could pay a very exorbitant fee. That's what the permit's for, is to go to Albion. But I don't know if that's a good idea. Crammed at the feet of Hulk and Craig, Port Prosper is a little London divided into an affluent West End and an incompressible East. Queen's Cross is a busy station crowd with engines that have arrived through the nearest transit relay from Albion. I will deliver her. She disembarks with her big bag in hand and peers up the clock tower that is being raised above the station. A single with scaffolding and rings with the sound of hammers and the cries of workmen. Excuse me. Oh, hey. I didn't think you'd be here. I have done her quest line. Her quest line's good. Her quest line's really good, in fact. He pours brandy into 2 glasses, then produces a ruler to measure the amount. To business, he smiles, revealing the extensive damage to his teeth. It was a pugilist back in London, a young man's game. He stands at the window, watching the starlight bathe and slip the streets of Prosper. This place exists because of the constant work from the politicians who planned it to the pioneers who built it, the soldiers who even today defend it from the Takis. We have needed much more of such work. Bring me nameplates from Taki engines. This one I will do. Refills your glasses. Cheers. The glasses clink as another wash of heat comes from the hearth. I'm glad that there are those in the reach dedicated to our vision. I'll read a port report. Factors continue to belch out smoke, while over the bridge, hopeful crowds gather outside of the Admiral Nelson. Lovers can be seen strolling arm in arm along the promenade at a respectable distance from their chaperones. See a brief protest outside the Windward Company factory, swiftly quelled. The scones of Nelson were as good as ever, though the piquancy of the jam was less than might be desired. I don't know what piquancy means, but it probably means thickness. It's apparently the feast of a red saint. Now I'll find his identity first. Not a soul in Port Prosper recognized the locket. Who's that then? It still wears hair like that. Fancy becomes familiar refrains. More promises. More promising is the house you saw painted at the Emno host chamber. You look at several candidates, all apparently painted over the last couple of years, but one is the exact location of the host painted. Nobody seems to remember who owned it or why, but apparently it had once been associated to the parlor of virtue established not long after Port Prosper's foundation. Narrow streets huddled. Okay. Got a banners flying over painted rooftops of Prosper. The smog of the East End is hidden away by giant posters displaying dragons in varying degrees of vivisection. The cramped streets are clogged with people, wealthy West Enders, prominent from the amusements, while impoverished East Enders work in the stall and huddle by their chestnut fires for more. Chestnut, huh? A painted dragon pursued by knights is chased through the crowds to a chorus of Ho the Ridin'. Ho the Ridin'. That one's usually not a good idea. I'll go for EastEnders this time. I'll support the poor people. Oil, wide-eyed Eastender elbows his comrade somewhere under his jacket. Who's all this then? The crowd gathers from out of the shadows. You're subjected to a number of looks that, if not quite filthy or at least grubby. Eventually, the whole disperses. The first Eastender extends a thin hand, lined and worn. A good sign you want to talk to us. He spent an afternoon watching vulnerable players satirize the Red Saint and is dragging in and out of the way tent, followed by a hearty supper of roast chestnuts and almost palatable ale down by the station. Oh, so they eat. Oh, that's bad. Westerners close rank. That's it, I think. That's not bad. I think that's it. Oh. Ooh, yeah, I can offer transport too. Fantastic. Sorry. Thank you, Captain. Here's the balance of our agreement, and as promised, a requisition for fuel and supplies. She casts another glance. The incomplete clock tower, given the apparent state of construction, I'd recommend you visit the worksite. There is an opportunity there, and thank you for your pleasant conversation. Captain, the sky could be a lonely place. You've been living it. I've included a small additional sum in your compensation as a token of my gratitude. I'm just gonna say compensation. Bronzewood, the foreman reads is bluntly, are consignment. They sell at Trader's Wood in Polymer and Plenty's, I hear. And a gourd of Corson Nectar too. A bunch of Earthshire ingredients, and they constantly shout at him. My voice is giving up the ghost. Some nectar should have you bellowing at like a champion. Carlin's your best bet. There are Titania Flower Town. We'll pay you like it. Materials aren't cheap in the occupation. Yeah, no shit. Try and keep them even. I usually find that I burn through supplies faster than fuel, but I've also had it vice versa. You can. It's usually a better idea to have more supplies than fuel, because if you're out of fuel, you can burn supplies. It's not a good ratio, but it's an option. While if you're out of fuel, you don't go anywhere. Sorry. Well, if you're out of supply, usually you need your crew. It's a better way to say it. I don't know if I want to buy that. Explorers, adventurers, and pioneers gather here, freshly arrival from Marbion all the way and transport further into the Reach. I appreciate if you took me to Trader's Wood. I'm in the mood for a spot of sport. Smells benignly as one of your crew carries her stream or trunk on board. If you'd be so kind, we could do some hunting on the way. The cloister bees have been attacking again. They'll pay you the trouble of killing them, of course, but only if you do it quickly and if you harvest a stinger for me. So she wants a stinger. Probably not actually, but... The Avalanche Transit Relay arrives in the cul-de-sac close to the Port Prosper dock. Their locomotives can secure passage to the far-off territories of Albion, where London lies. Garrulous Captain is delighted to have an excuse to talk. I'm happy to help, brother, happy to help. They point down the docks. There you are. Keep going past the port. You can't miss it if you got good eyes. You might be able to see it from here. Passage ain't free mind. You can travel first class if you have administrative stamp permit, or you can bring a couple of barrels of hours to travel second class. What's the difference? What's the difference between first class and second class? I mean, obviously there's a difference, right? It's like planes, but... I need both, okay. How much money do I have? 500? How much are you? 20? I will take you. I am a humble first officer looking for, what's the word, when commoners do things for coin. She has work that's it. She binds at you. Delighted as an innocent as a Gatling gun. Sub-supported, a commoner calmly takes a spoon from his pocket and scoops out his eyes. Such radiance, all that's his tawdry, he says. Between screams, she says she has already forgotten about her signing on money. Wait, I didn't even pay her. Fuck yeah. Free labor? No. So he would probably be Sigmar. Question is, how do you swap crew? It's been a bit. Did I not buy the other guy? Oh, I didn't. Odd, but alright. Hearts and iron. Iron and veils. I prefer the hearts. I'm going for a hearts run. Okay. So I gotta go to Trader's Wood. I need to go to... I gotta go to London, actually, but... I also need to go back down the Magdalens. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna discover this. And I'm gonna loop back around and go back to... I should probably go south, actually. That's gonna hurt. I love doing that. Things are a lot further out than look. I should start getting the debuff soon. Pull it around there. Southbound. So Polymers is there. Trader's Woods probably aren't east then. Yeah. It might be southeast. I don't know. Well, it kind of has to be east because I've explored a lot of the west. Not all of it, but a lot of it. A good amount of it, actually, I should say. Go see where we're going at. Uh-huh. It's crazy. It's crazy that I think I actually fucking... It's around here somewhere. I might have to go south. And then go... Yeah, I probably will have to go south and then go up. Because I don't think it's going to let me go that way. I love how when you go left and right, the steam shoots out. It's nice. It's nice. Little details. Just like in seas when you're sailing and the water moves out of the way. No, they didn't have to do small things like that. But they did. Makes you feel like Fail Better actually cares about their games. Which is nice, you know. I'm a big Fail Better Games fan. Oh, actually, I don't even know if that's the name of it. It's dyslexia, though. Ideally, to... Let's go south. Yeah. I could cut through that shit fest again. I could. And once you start getting the space bears, I gotta do that. Fucking little exploding fucking space fish. Fucking undead mummies. Because things in the Fallen London universe don't actually, like, die most of the time. They either... Oh! Fuck. Kill him. I was actually talking about some turn-based RPGs. I feel like a turn-based RPG would work really well in the Fail Better Games universe. Even if they like made like a Fallen London variation, that would be dope. Like turn-based combat, stuff like that, opportunities. I think Fail Better Games should make. Oh, sorry. I think Fail Better Games they'd be able to make a really good turn-based RPG. Unless that's Mask of the Rose, though I think that's more like a audiobook or visual book. Okay, where the fuck am I? That's the new one, huh? Spongy Streets. These cobblestone. Mm, sure. Not what I wanted. Some irons and some mirrors. It's probably good to have a bit of mirrors on me too. Question is, where's Trader's Wood? It's probably actually below me more. No, there's a lot below me apparently. Ooh, Captain Percy Blythe. His story is good too. I'll get to that eventually though. God, all the stories in this game are so good. Well, not all of them, most of them. Most of the stories. There's some that are actually mid, but most of these stories this game could do are great. I would totally buy Mask of the Rose if I had extra funds and play that on stream too. Maybe after I've done Skies and maybe Seas. There's hundreds of hours on this game, hundreds of Seas that I could do, though I don't know if I would play Seas again for a bit. These games are kind of like I'll play them for like 40, 50 hours, 60 hours, and then you gotta take a break. Supplies don't look too good. Oh, I clipped it. Rain lies, trouble across the fire. Today, its sky is as cool and thin as ice. Sorry. Oh, I thought that was in the background. Blue as ice in a glass. Crashing the fucking everything, apparently, yeah. I'm gonna have to go back and repair my... Oh, I'm like right next to Winchester anyways. Oh, Avon. I haven't been here in a while. Behold, a rune, a giant gargantuan blocks jigsaw together, fused with moss and whispered with orchids. Bucolic village nestles amongst them, smoke coils daintily from the chimneys. A leisure game of cricket unfolds in the village green. A ramshackle dock juts into the sky beyond the farmy land, scattered with rusty locomotive parts. Play and pipe in a chugga motor with its innards exposed. Early-faced black-haired girl waves your locomotive into position. Welcome to Port of Avon, she calls as you disembark. The rich nod of sense greets you, leaves the wood smoke and respite infrequent but pungent intrusion of goat. Port Avon welcomes new visitors, but novelty will wear off the more time you spend. And when you visit the future, you may need to bring something to keep them friendly. I'm always gonna read that part of the report, but. You make for the nowhere, the local pub where you can be sure an audience here is spent to overhaul your conversation about London scandal. Resident even buys you a drink and questionable humor. Aha. I see. Oh, I can get a devil, huh? I have a signaler. How much are you? 100? I don't know. Oh, third-hand seats are always good to buy cheap. Oof. I want that. Partial? Alright. He's interrupted by whistling a popular tune. Apollo executed. The painter is here. He says black. He's back to a towering arc and is painting its reflection from a mirror set beside the easel. The mirror's glass is black, dulling with vibrant green, and the moss of the scintillating hues of the sky. A truly pest creature requires a certain restraint, he explains, following nearly over his shoulder at the splendid view. This is trying rather too hard, don't you think? His presence has ruined the atmosphere, but your walk is not unpleasant. At least I lost some terror. Village green. Sunless. Let's go about the cider. I gotta go to London for that. Come here, come close, listen, you ever sent thing. I have a story, and associate money once gave me a sip of it. One go and drop the place under my tongue, and my life was changed. A converse pleasure sleeps in the voice as he speaks. I went back at the store immediately, of course, but the price was too much. Eventually, the dream strained away, and now I'm here serving wine to drunks. His laughter is black and bitter, but the oral similar gives you the address nonetheless, just in case if you decide the rest of the same grease, savor it for me. He's like, here's some drugs. Here's some drugs. Tourist fallen. I'm running out, you're welcome. I think I should leave. I actually think I should go back to Winchester, but just because my health is somewhat low. No. Hold up. This is important. This is important. This is very important. It's X. Does nothing but alert shit. Excuse me. But it's ever so entertaining. Okay. Why are Marauders so close to the Blue Kingdom, if anything? And Winchester. Oh, I guess Civil War, right? Yeah, that would do it. But it's odd. It's like having bandits right outside a town with a bunch of military strength. But I guess, yeah, Civil War would do that, wouldn't it? It's not even like a right-on Civil War. I don't think they're attacking each other. It might be. I don't think so, though. From what I remember, it's a neutral zone. I think I've been going for a bit. I might stop soon. Just wanted to do this for the sake of it. I might do Long Dark next, or I might continue this. I don't know. Could do either, could do neither. Send of iron on iron. We are home. First thing I'm actually going to do is repair my shit. I'm fine with that. Captain, the broad-shouldered attacker, he speaks for the group. A friend of ours, they are protests. An acquaintance of ours has sent a message from the Hybris. You transport back to New Winchester. Would you mind picking her up if you happen to go that way? The Hybris? Fuck. I don't want to go to Hybris. But Luminaire, she said she never returns, so I have to assume she's taken ill. It's good to make sure that she gets back safely. It's southeast. I don't really want to go do that, to be honest, but I'm probably gonna end up doing it anyways. Mining array, cannon station. The cannon station is actually not bad. That's usually what I get because you can kill things and then butcher them. Just free fucking food. Ooh, that's nice.